All right, boys and girls, we got a lot to cover on this video, so you got to really pay attention. Once a month, Hell Week shows up. This is Hell Week, and I am going to suggest that if you are new to trading, don't trade this week. You just want to observe and see how price action acts to all these various different news events that are going on. Number two, what I'm going to do, if you've been following my class on the 30-minute arrow strategy with simplicity, then a lot of this actually will not impact you at all, surprisingly. Okay, so we'll go over that. I'm going to also go over chart markups and stuff like that from last week and kind of project what may happen this week, which it could be completely off due to news, but we'll see. And then last but not least, remember this is the last day of the sale. So if you procrastinate, then, okay, you just missed out. I don't care if you have to use a credit card, whatever, you do what you got to do. Because again, by the time you realize, oh, this is the system that I want, you could have got it at 55% off versus paying full price. And people do it all the time. The day the sale is over, they come and still buy, and then the discount is gone, and they end up paying full price when they had the whole entire week to scrap together whatever they needed to just pay the little cheap price that I'm charging for my trading systems while they were on discount. So don't be that person, okay? All right, let's get to work. We got a lot to go through. All right, so you got the Swiss coming out with retail sales on Monday. You have Euro coming out, and here's the thing: Euro. Okay, and if I bring this on screen so that you guys can see from my FX book, which is where I like to get a lot of my news events, I'm gonna scroll up. Look at this. Okay, this is US and Euros. You watch this. Euro. Look at all that red, and that's on Wednesday. Euro. This is USD. This is going to be the main party, life of the party on Wednesday. So this is going to be the fireworks. You don't want to touch this one. And then you also have on Friday the NFP, but I'll go through all that in just a moment. I just want to show you all this red news coming out this week that's going to be tearing accounts up. Okay, and they're going to be, and even some of these mediums. Okay. Look at this, red, inflation. Look at that, CPI. Okay, it's just tons of red news this week. Where's that one? Look at this. Look at all that red. AUD. Okay, New Zealand. They're all coming out with a lot of news this week, and there's more. So I'm gonna go through. Here's the section I want y'all to see. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. So when I tell you that I suggest as a coach that if you're not, an expert trader, just hold off. That's just 1 week. You got 52 weeks in a year, and basically 3 weeks a month to trade. Okay, because once this week shows up, you just take off. Or trade really small, 0.01 lot size, something really small. So if you just got to trade, but don't go and trade with a normal lot size. I don't care what strategy you have. You can have the best one on the planet. When these news events happen, they can care less about strategies, systems, news events, robots, EAs, whatever, AIs. You don't know because you don't know what's going to be said. Okay, so very dangerous. All right, so let's get back to it. So you have Euro coming out with CPI, GDP growth, and inflation on Tuesday. So terrible. Job opening numbers. Okay, we're in the presidential election. Normally, this is not that big of a deal. It is now. AUD coming out with their CPI and inflation numbers. CPI is basically consumer price index, or basically inflation numbers. And I really never paid attention to how important these numbers were until this presidential election for the first time. I knew they was, I always told you guys it's just our inflation numbers. How much are we paying extra? But the other day I was looking at a post on CNN News or Fox News or one of those, and they pulled up the GDP, and they were showing, the CPI numbers, CPI. And I remember there was another lady who said CPI numbers are the most, outside of Fed interest rates, CPI numbers is the second most important announcement that you have to pay attention to for the U.S. And so I heard it, but I didn't hear it. And I knew it was important, but didn't realize how important. So here's how that works, especially during a presidential election. What happens is that when they pull up the CPI numbers, that CPI data tells you for an example, that since the Biden administration came in, we're paying 47% more in gas, 21% more in rent, and food cost is up. And so what they do is they use that to gauge how much more your citizens in your country is paying. And that gives an inflection on whether whether the leadership is doing a good job or not. And number two, it also gives information to the feds on whether they need to raise interest rates or lower their interest rates to keep things afloat for the people of their citizens. So that data is critically important. Okay, critically important. So when you see CPI numbers, don't take that lightly. So this has got CPI numbers. You got CPI here, okay, CPI here. And the reason why it's in so many different times for Europe is because they had the European Union. So there's all these different parts of the European Union, like we have the United States, but we have one broadcast for all 50 or 51 states. But out there, they break it down. Okay, so that's the reason why you're seeing Euro so often. Okay, the biggest ones that you're going to have some really, really bad information on is right here. See, you got the ADP job reports. That means nothing. This is where the rubber meets the road. Fed interest rates. That is important. Now, keep in mind, I'm going to go slowly over the ones that I think, if you're using my simplicity system with the 30-minute arrow, watch how most of this news is not going to even bother you. Okay, so let me finish this first. Europe is coming out with manufacturing numbers on Thursday. The pound is coming out with interest rates on Thursday. Okay, US dollar is coming out with manufacturing numbers, okay, on Thursday. And the Swiss is coming out on Friday with their inflation rate. So again, this is a sneaky pair. So just be aware that they're coming out with their numbers. Retail numbers on Monday, which is not typically that big of a deal, but inflation rate, yeah, big deal. See, right here, inflation. Don't trade during these events. Now, here's going to be the big one on Friday to just really end the party in disaster for many traders. Non-farm payroll is on Friday. Okay, non-farm payroll. See, non-farm payroll, inflation, interest rates, meeting minutes, and guess what? CPI. All right, now, if you're using my simplicity system, again, the discount ends today. So get it right now while you can. Here's the deal. Pay attention to this. So I told you your job is to wake up around 6:30 to 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time or New York time every morning, which means Monday through Friday. So what that means is a lot of this is not going to matter. So for an example, this is happening at night. The Swiss retail numbers at night. Europe at night. All of this Euro numbers at night. The only one you're going to pay attention to, you're going to wake up and pay attention to this one. Because if this one happens around 8:30, okay, that's the only one you're going to worry about. All of this news has already happened while you were asleep if you're in the U.S. If you're outside the U.S., go figure it out. But bottom line is you're not trading during the London session anyway. So does this even matter to you? The answer is no. Don't even bother you. Don't even care. Now, if you're going to be trading the ocean wave, which we typically trade during London because it pushes price action in the direction of the trend, then you do want to be cautious of this, okay? Now, let's go back to the simplicity again. This is happening at night. This is happening at night. This is happening at night. Then Wednesday is the next one you want to worry about because you're trading during the U.S. session, pre-U.S. session. So you don't want to really trade. And typically, they're not going to announce with this one in the morning. They typically announce it in the afternoon. So if you want to get in a couple of trades and then close it before this announcement, do your thing, okay? Would I be trading the U.S. dollar during that time? Not me. I would not choose something else that already then had their news event come out or whatever. Now, keeping it in motion, this will already have been passed. This will already have been passed. Manufacturing numbers, they may have a little jolt to it, so you want to just be aware, but not that big of a jolt. And then on Friday, you'll have to worry about this one. So let's count up how many of these. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, we got 3, so that's 13 different announcements. 13 announcements, but out of the 13, 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's the only ones you worry about if you're using the 30-minute arrow with the simplicity system or the 415 strategy. Either one of those where you're looking for a 30-minute arrow or a 15-minute arrow, and you look for the structure that we discussed, the strategy, and you're doing that anywhere in the window of time, anywhere from 6:30 to 7:30 New York time, a.m., okay, Eastern time. That's all you're doing anyway. So a lot of those other ones, has no bearing on you at all. That's the benefit of using that strategy. All right, so we're done with that. Now let's get on to okay, you guys. So let me pull my head out of the way so that we can. Okay, so as you guys can see here, we have the AUD CAD, and let me go to the 4 hour first, and you can see that it's just retracing and doing a pullback. So that's great. It probably retest this level. I like that stuff. I'm sorry, I'm on a 15-minute time frame. So basically here, you see price action did a dance to the downside, hit and created its low, then went up, and now it looks like it may retest this bottom. Okay, that's great for people using Ocean Wave, by the way. Same thing here. It finally bottomed out, did a shoot up, and now it looks like it may be retracing back to the downside, which is why you got that arrow there. Okay, which is good news, good stuff. This one here, it goes the opposite direction because it's trading against the NZD. So again, you could be looking for sales opportunities, okay? Sales opportunities like that, okay? But again, just keep your eyes open because this thing could retrace back up, and you do have an arrow on the 15-minute, but it has clustered in this area right here in this range. So if I was to trade this one, I would actually be looking for sales. I'll look for a pullback. Possibly a pullback, but if it stays in place, then yes, I would definitely be looking for a sale on Monday morning. Okay. All right. Next, same thing. Again, the shoot up, pullback, probably got an arrow on the 15-minute. Yep, and there it is. So that means that what it's going to try to do is possibly pull back down to the downside to retest that bottom, which it normally does on a Sunday going into Monday. Same thing here. So all the AUD pairs did the same thing. And let me see if they'll probably do the same thing. Just retest that bottom, which is a good. All right, let's jump quickly to the NZDs first, and then I come back to the rest because NZD typically does the same thing. But this one's already retested that bottom. You see what I'm saying? That's what I was telling you. See, it'll come up and then retest the bottom. That one already did it. So this one looks like it's trying to do the same thing. Okay. That one already did it. See, it already happened. Same thing. Okay. Same thing. So it could retest that bottom. Same thing. These typically act the same way. That's why I want to jump to those. So that's what I would be looking for on the AUD pairs. NZD pairs, they kind of bottomed out already. They may break through these lows and create a new low if they end up pushing hard because the NZD has been extremely weak. But if not, like I said, I would just focus more on the AUDs, which is doing pretty much the same thing if they haven't done it over the weekend. The weekend price action has not happened yet, or the market hasn't opened yet, but it doesn't mean the price action hasn't already done it. So they may have already done it over the weekend. We'll see when the market opens, but that's what I'll be looking for. All right, same thing here. It did do the shoot up out of our buy zone on Simplicity, shot up, tap, got stopped out right here. You can see this is overall downtrend. And see that arrow went sideways for a little bit, but it may still have a little meat on the bone to come down and retest down to this level. Okay, same thing. CAD, JPY, all of them did the same thing. But we'll see. Because this may be one of those situations where here's the low, it pushes, and now it creates a higher low. You see the white right here? Low, higher low. So it could just have created a higher low. So be careful on that, okay? All right, same thing here. They're just looking. I'm looking for retest. That's all I'm looking for. Retest to the bottom on the first day. If I'm going to trade on a Sunday using a Simplicity system, which normally I use Ocean Wave, but I will be looking for a retrace back to the bottom on so many of them. But that did that last minute shoot up. See, same thing. And there's your arrow saying back down we go. Okay, where can it go? Back down to retest this bottom. That's what I'm looking for. That's exactly what I'm looking for. All of these are doing the same thing. Okay, not that one. All right, now do we have a double tap to the top right here? I would not be touching this thing until Monday morning. See this arrow right here? It means nothing to me because we're going into the Asian session and then to London, and what they're probably going to do is push the price back up some more and could possibly break this level if they are trying to, take out people's stops. So for an example, look right down here. Same thing happened. Everybody thought that was the bottom, and then boom, liquidity run. They snatched up all this money and then brought it back into structure. So that's the whole point. You're thinking you're seeing the double top. Don't fall for the okie doke. That's why I told you guys, I'd rather miss a trade than to get into one too early, and then this happens to me and I end up blowing my account because, you know, I thought I saw the bottom, but you already know their price action move. And when we talk about price action, it's people's action. That's what they should be calling it, people action instead of price action. So basically what I would do is I wait till Monday, like I said, 6:30, 7:30. And if I still see it set up, then and only then will I be interested in taking that. See that little slant pattern? And I told you guys that slants always pop up. Okay, slants pop up. That's what they do. Slant, pop up. And then they give you that double top possibly. So don't be in a hurry. See, and that's the double top. And there it is. See that? For that M pattern. That's why I call it the M pattern. W's at the bottom, M's at the top. That's why I call it the Mark Williams. Okay, that's basically what you're looking at possibly. So it may trickle down to fool people and come up and get you. So me, I'm not thinking about it until Monday. Not worry about it. All right, let's move on. We have the same thing here. I wouldn't be surprised if this thing stops here and hovers or break up and take out stops. So either way it goes, if I'm looking for reversal trades, I'm not looking for them on a Sunday and maybe on Monday going into the opening pre-US session. That's when I'm looking for reversals. I'm not looking for them going into London. Okay, I'm just not. Too many times I lost. And if I lose it, if I miss out on the opportunity, that's cool. Okay, that's all right. I'd rather do that. All right, let's go back. All right, same thing. That one shot up, and you can see it's doing that retrace. Same thing. I love when they do that shoot up, bang, bang, real quick, and then get stopped because you can get some real good pips on the retrace. Okay, this one is going to probably retest back up to the top, period. So, no, I'm not looking for a reversal on Sunday. Ocean Wave will probably say, hey, keep it going to the upside, and I would trust Ocean Wave on this one. So how much meat is on the bone? You can probably get about 50 or 60 pips on this trade on Euro AUD to the upside. So we'll check your Ocean Wave on that one because Ocean Wave is a trend trading system. This one is more of a reversal. All right. Now, same thing. Pullbacks. I love these things. See, now this one, I would take this arrow if it was still here. I would take it down to the downside. Yes, indeed, Lord. Because I know you're just going to come back down and try to retest that bottom. Now, love it. Love it. Okay. Same thing. See, there you go. Retesting to the bottom. GA. Look at that. See, let's go. This is what I was telling you guys about. See, I would take that arrow to the upside to retest that top. See, this is exactly what I was telling you about Euro AUD. See, that slant pattern got to come back up. Same thing. So if I was to take an arrow, it would have better be a buy arrow, not a sell. See, it already started. Told y'all. System don't lie. It don't lie. So yeah, I will be taking this one to the upside. How much meat is on the bone on this one? About 100 pips. Woo! Okay, we good. Good. This one here, got into it, and I forgot to close this freaking trade out. Dang it. Because I don't like holding them over the weekend. So hopefully when the market open, I can go ahead and close this. And those are only like 10 pips. You say, well, Uncle P, it ain't hit your stop yet, but no. Oh, I'm going to buy. I'll show you guys why I took this one. Let me go to that real quick. Let me show you why I went to this one. This is what I was telling you guys about. All right. Then I'm actually working on a strategy. All right, you see this? All right, which direction is the 30-minute arrow? 30-minute is staying up. Price action is staying above the main wave. Let me pull this down so y'all can see this. This is one of those things I was telling you about on yesterday's video that I'm practicing. I think I'm going to call it the 35, okay, because you go to the 30, see where price action is. Price action is above the main wave. That you can see my color. You could change the color of the ocean wave to whatever you want. I got mine to lime green for an up wave. I'm going to goes up, yellow when it goes down. So you can see right here, price action is above the main wave. You got a brand new arrow on the 30-minute, and you got a matching arrow on the 5-minute. Okay. So this is why I didn't close it out. I remember now. No, I don't want to close this one because I thought I had it as a sell. No, I had it correct. This is what I want. I want to buy trade. So you can see the 5-minute is matching the 30-minute, as you can see. So yes, I got in here and I'm going to hold this trade and try to go for some pips to the retest, and that'll be about 36 pips. I may close it out sooner than that, but again, this is that strategy. Remember, I told you guys on yesterday's video I had did a new strategy I'm working on, which will give you. It gave me 21 straight winning trades. This is what I was talking about. So when I saw it first glance on the simplicity, I'm like, I know I didn't take a reversal trade because I normally don't hold those over the weekend. I close mine out. But on further inspection, I saw that, yes, this says buy. And so basically, yes, that's what I wanted. I wanted to buy this trade because this is where you're going to constantly see these retests coming back up. While we're here, let's take a look at GA. Okay, GA, it doesn't have it. Oh, see, here it comes. So I would be waiting for an arrow coming in on this one. And let's see where price action is. See, price action is above the main wave on the 30-minute. So now I just wait for an arrow on the 5-minute because a lot of you guys like to trade the 5-minute time frame. And there you go. And you got all these matches. So that's why I call it the 35, because you have the 30-minute time frame with price action above, and you're following up and just taking arrows in the same direction using the simplicity system in the same direction as the 30. That's all you're doing, 35. Okay, so that will be one of those. Let's check this one here. See, this has a down arrow. Oh, see, there it is. There it is. Boom. Let's go to the 30. And that's what I said. Now, remember I told you guys you'll be doing what? Taking trades back to the top on these two pairs. Did I not tell you that? Did I not tell you that? See, boom, go back to the ocean wave. Okay, and let's scrunch this up so y'all can see. Go to 30-minute. Where's price action? Price action is above the main wave on the 30. You don't need the arrow on the 30. Just checking the price action is still flowing above the main wave. And then you go here to the 5-minute and look for your arrow. And look at what we have here. So that is what I was trying to tell you guys. See, it's very, very simple strategy, nothing complicated, but this is one that I would be getting in if the market was open and right now, and I had to choose a trade. This would definitely be one right here. And your risk level is so low because you're trading off the 5-minute, okay? And you're just going for a couple of pips, 10, 20, 30 pips. You know, whatever you can grab off of this one. So this one here, since I know it probably retest this high, could give me 50 pips, but I would go for 20 or 30. I'll just go for this, you know, ADR high, which would be 25 pips. Get me in, get me out, baby. Hey, you plug. And look at this. Here's another thing I'm looking at. See, this is strong confirmation because you're just trading with momentum. That's all you're doing. You're just a momentum trader right here. So that's how I was able to get those 21 in a row. So right here, you can see right here, boom, boom. Okay. Now I am working on the times. I don't think that this is a good strategy to do during the New York session. New York session has more reversal trades than any other session in my experience. So since this is trading with momentum in the direction of the trend, on the 30-minute, I don't want to be trading this strategy during the New York session. These are the ones that I actually will be trading during the Asian session going into London. Okay, that's what I would be doing. Okay, so again, if I was to take a trade out, this one would be a definite one that I would be taking with the ocean wave. And as soon as the arrow comes in on this one, you can see price action is already above the main wave, but it's still showing neutral zone. So you want to wait. See, when it's neutral, wait for the arrow. As soon as the arrow comes in on the 5-minute, I'll double check and make sure price action is still above the 30. And I will be taking it to the upside and trying to grab me some liquidity myself. And it can get me about 30 or 40 pips right there. See, simple strategy. Okay. All right. Let's keep it moving. All righty. That is the new strategy, by the way, for those who are interested in what was I talking about in yesterday's strategy with 21 straight wins. That's the strategy I'm working on. I haven't finished testing it, so that's the reason why I told you get the ocean wave system while it's on sale, because if I do come out and say, okay, I have tested it, here's my pros and cons of it, and you like it, and all right, you're going to have to pay full price for the ocean wave when you could have got it today at a discount price. Okay. All right. And this, for those who want to know, this about 20 minutes in where I start explaining this new strategy. Okay. So I'll put that in the notes as well. Go into about 20 minutes in and you'll see that's the new strategy I've been working on. All right. Okay. So moving on. Now you can understand why I have a trade on this one, not to sell, because I don't hold these over the weekend on the 4 hour. I know we got a 4 hour arrow, but I think this is going to come back up and test this area first, which is why I have a buy trade on the ocean wave using the 35 strategy. Okay. All right. Same thing here. You got the arrow saying down, 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 baby. Okay. All right. So good. Right here, nope, I will not fool with this until Monday morning. I see all that clustering, but see, I'm waiting. I will wait until Monday. Don't trust it because it could cluster here and do a breakout to the upside. Okay. It could do a breakout to the upside. See, price action is still pushing ahead. This is where traders get trapped. You try to get into them reversals too soon. So for me, I think this is a setup for a breakout. Look at that. 5 minute time frame trade. What I tell you. See, low risk because I will put my stop below this arrow because I'm looking at price action. It hasn't gone below these arrows. Okay, so I will put my stop right below this arrow right here and go for the few pips. And here's a good way of scalping using that strategy I was telling you guys about. And you can play with it yourself beforehand, but see, that could give you about 40 or 50 pips right there. You see what I'm saying? Looks small, but it ain't, baby. It ain't small at all. And the good news is if you're wrong, and look, it then already pull back to the main wave. Okay, so that means if you get in, dang, that's like 80 some pips. I don't know if it go that far. Doubt it go that far, but you know, just get what you can out of it. Do a 1-to-1, get in and get out real quick. That's about 25 on the stop loss. Okay, you can do maybe 50. Go for 50. 1-to-2 risk ratio. Okay, right there. But we'll see how that plays out. But do you get what I'm saying? So this is where I see that they be getting people Sunday going into Mondays. Okay, to get people because everybody's piling in. But again, you can just simply wait. See where this then went down? It can possibly go back up, and that'll be about 20-some pips. But this one's so close to the top, I will just leave it alone. Wait for an arrow on Monday morning. But you do see the concept, all right? You get the concept. Okay, because one thing you do know all about London, they try to take people's stops off. They take their stops out, right? So that means if you're looking for a sale, what do you think they're going to do? They're going the opposite direction. That is the benefit of using the ocean wave on Sundays. That's the reason why I said that. All right, let me quickly get through this. I got a little more to cover. GU, let's take a look. So as you can see, it already started its downward retest descent on that 4 hour time frame. I wouldn't mess with this. I don't like this at all. And it's a USD pair. USD is going to have volatility this week, so I'm not interested. All right, let's move over to the USD pairs for those. Now, here's something that I would have taken, but I know this one's probably going to go right back up and test to the top, which will give you about 15 pips. It's not enough money for me to be worried about. But again, if anything, we already have it showing that it's in a downward trend, but it will probably retest the stop. So again, this would be one that I would wait until Monday morning, see if I get an arrow maybe on the 30-minute or something like that. See that? This is not a 415er. So study the 415er. If you get the simplicity system, you'll be looking for an arrow on the 30-minute, but this looks more like it's going to push up higher. Okay, let's quickly take a look at that on the ocean wave. 30-minute is above. 5-minute arrow. There it is. Y'all see what I'm saying? Y'all see what I'm saying? This is what I was talking about. See, if anything, I'm going to the upside because why? Everybody else is still going to try to sell, and that ain't going to work. So the 30 is still above. 5 minutes still showing above, and the average daily range. Now, it hasn't reset over the weekend, but see, it's only like 13, 14 pips. It's not enough for me, but you can clearly see why I depend on this when I think that it's going to retest to the top. You got full arrow saying every time frame is saying that it's going up, and you have the MACD above. So therefore, I would trust that this is going to retest the top rather than trying to catch a reversal. Now, again, on Monday morning, you could see if there's a setup available for this one with an arrow on the 30-minute. If so, then I would trust it on Monday morning. But man, Sunday, no. All right, I don't like anything on that one. And this one either, and it's already started its push to the downside. So it'll probably come back down like all the other JPY pairs push and retest to the downside. Let's check out gold real quick. Gold has been jumping around like a flopping fish. Boom, up, boom, up. It's been faking out a lot of people. So gold has did its due. I will say this, it did do a nice move off of here. Okay. So when you got your 30-minute arrow, see, all you had to do is justify, is there a reason to get into it? And yes, it was, because it was bouncing off the upper channel. I'm sorry, the lower channel. So that was some good pips you could have grabbed on Friday to the upside. But now that it stopped, it may continue back up. It may continue. Let's check Ocean Wave, see what that's talking about. All right, let's go we're on the 30-minute. Now, see, here's where I don't use it. See, price action is showing on the 30 that price action is still below the main wave, but we may have a buy arrow here. So this is one that I would hold off on. Or if you just want to get frisky, you take a small lot size, because this could be too early of entry. You don't have full confirmation here because this is saying, okay, early, yes, it's going up, but there's confusion here in the middle. So this is one that does not match the same direction as the 30, so I would not be doing it. This is why I said test it. You can see right here, there's the 30-minute arrow to the downside, but the 5-minute arrow is saying something different. Now, again, can you still take the 5-minute arrow? Sure, you can, but just take it with caution because it doesn't match up with the overall trend on the 30-minute. That's why we call it the 35. The 30 will tell me the midterm trend, while the 5-minute tells me when to get in, okay? Midterm trend along with when to get in. So that's the reason why I said, for me personally, I wouldn't even be touching this one. I'll just leave it alone. Okay. All right, you guys. I think that's enough. If you have any questions, just bring them on Wednesday, because this video is already 30 minutes in, and that's typically my stopping point on these videos, not to make them too long. We just had a lot to cover this video, so that's the reason why I did that. But basically, y'all get my point, okay? So if you have any questions, just come to class on Wednesday, and I can go further from there, okay? Today is the last day of the sale for the 50% discount on the Ocean Wave system. Let me see. Let's see. And don't forget, we've been rocking it out with the copycat service as well, which you see in the thumbnails. We did 275 pips last week. Dr. Elvis did 6 wins and 1 loss on the Signals group, and Jenny was out of town last week. She was on vacation on a cruise, so that's the reason why I didn't print any numbers for her. All right, but as far as the copycat group, again, we did 275 pips, so we're still doing very well with that as well. So you guys grab these discounts while they're available, because it's about to be over today. Bye.